whatever variation of Shavasana you would like to take, either with your knees bent or bring the legs out long, whatever's comfortable for you. And we'll take a couple of cleansing breaths in through the nose, exhaling, sighing out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, exhale, release. And then just let the breath flow naturally, just noticing where it is today. Let it settle as you arrive in your practice. I always like to give a couple of minutes just to arrive, to come into the space, begin to let the outside world, outside of the space you're in, fade away. Notice the support beneath you, your mat, the floor, the earth. Notice how your body is resting. If there's some evenness, or if you can find evenness between the sides, adjusting the shoulders, the hips. Feeling fully supported as you begin your practice. Today we continue our practice of letting go of anxiety, releasing any worry from the body, and finding a presence. So throughout our practice today, just letting go of any thoughts that wander in, that maybe worries about something that is to come or something that happened that maybe you're dwelling on. Just invite those thoughts to drift out of the space. You can acknowledge them, then let them go, like a cloud passing by out of your vision, or a leaf floating down a stream. Coming back to the breath as an anchor, coming back into any sensations that you may feel in the body, or our mantra or affirmation for the month. Our mantra is just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not worry. And you can use this as your intention for your practice, or maybe bring to mind one thing that you would like to release, maybe from your week. This is a Saturday morning practice, so maybe there's something that was really stressful from this week, or something that you were really worried about, or something that you're worried about next week or tomorrow. See if you can release just one worry today, leaving it outside of the space, letting it go, and finding yourself in the present moment in your practice. We'll begin with banana asana or crescent asana. Just walking the ankles over to the right side of the mat, crossing the left ankle over the right, and then bringing the shoulders over to the top right corner, and cactusing the arms or bringing the arms slightly overhead in some way. If you can keep both shoulders in contact with the mat or with the floor and bring the arms overhead, feel free to do so, or just bring them a little further down wherever you can maintain that contact. You may need to tuck the shoulder blades together a little bit, make some adjustments, And then find the place where you can find stillness. Take a couple of breaths. Anchor that left hip down. And then really begin to just tune in and notice the sensations that are arising for you here. The opening of the left side body, noticing the space from the left underarm all the way down to the hip, all the way down to the ankle. Just breathing here, inviting the body to create some space, to release any tightness here. Sometimes we're a little stiff, even if we've been up moving about for our morning. Use this time to just create some space and release what isn't needed from the body. And uncross the ankles, bring the arms back down, shifting back through center. Walk the feet in towards the hips. Just windshield wiper the knees back and forth, nice and slow. And we'll move into the opposite side. So bringing the ankles towards the left corner of the mat, crossing the right ankle over the left, shifting just the shoulders to the left corner at the top, and bringing the arms up overhead. Notice it may feel a little different on this side. Not judging, just noticing. Our bodies are always different from one side to the other. So just noticing the sensations that arise here. I'm curious, noticing any messages that may come through, thoughts, stories. If there's anything you need to release, once you settle in, just inviting the right side of the body to soften and open. Anchor that right hip down, right shoulder down. Uncross the ankles, bringing the arms down, walk the feet back in, draw the knees in towards the body, doing a little squeeze, maybe a little rock side to side, massaging the lower back. And drop the feet back down, bring the soles of the feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. You can let the knees fall open and place blocks under the knees or under the legs. Move the feet around a little bit. If you don't have blocks, you can also use a blanket or a towel, anything that you have, a pillow even, just for a little support. And notice how the sensations change as we move the feet further out or closer in. Hands can rest on the rib cage. Let's just come into the breath. As you settle in, maybe tuck the chin in towards the chest a little, creating some space in the back of the neck if that feels good to you. If not, that's okay. Just notice with the hands resting on the rib cage or on the belly if that's more comfortable. Just the breath, the even inhale and exhale. See if you can find an even inhale and exhale. Finding balance here. Everybody's breath count will be a little different. Maybe it's a count of 3 or 4 or 5. Wherever it is okay. We'll come back to our mantra. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not worry. Use the hands to draw the knees together and remove the blocks to the side. take any movement that feels good here, maybe drawing both knees in or one at a time. And we'll make our way to tabletop in whatever way is intuitive to you. Nice and slow, maybe just rolling to one side. Remember, you can use a blanket to support the knees here, or you can fold your mat over. Knees stacked under the hips and wrists under the shoulders. Tops of the feet press into the mat, pressing in with the palms. On the inhale, drop the belly, bring the gaze forward, tailbone rises. Exhale, press into the earth, round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, dropping the belly, opening the heart center forward, tailbone rises. Maybe the gaze comes a little skyward. Exhale, rounding into cat. Inhale into cow. And just move through these at your own pace for the next minute or so. Just connecting your breath with your movement, feeling into the edges of the body if you want to rock the hips or take circles with the hips or with the rib cage, feeling into the shoulders. Just noticing if there's anywhere within the body that's holding on to tension or tightness. Maybe there's some worry somewhere in there. Just go at your own pace. Coming back through center, we'll move into a dragon lunge. So step or walk that right foot forward to the outside of the hands. And if you have blocks at home, you can come up on blocks if you want, or books. Walk that foot in to where it's kind of in line with your hip. And alignment is unique to everybody, so if that doesn't feel good to you, just make any adjustments that you need. You can come all the way up. We'll start all the way up here. We'll inhale, sweeping the arms up, lengthening through the spine, little bit of a back bend here. Interlace the fingers and place them behind the right knee. Check in with your knee. You want it kind of tracing towards that middle toe. So if it's out to the side, see if you can draw the knee in a little bit, see what that feels like for you. And then where you feel nice and stable, maybe tucking the back toes for a little more stability, we can deepen this lunge, bringing the hips down, shoulders drop down away from the ears. Crown reaches. And if you'd like to come down to blocks, you can, or you can come down to the hands on the inside of that right foot. You might need to walk it out just a little to lower down wherever you want to be today. We're thinking about the hips sinking down towards the mat, towards the earth, focusing on the sensations arising on the right side, on the hip, maybe the glute, and on the left side, the front side of the hip, on the hip flexor. And just come into the breath, come back to your intention. And notice where the breath is. If it feels a little labored here, that may be your body just sending you a little signal to back out a little bit. In yin, we want to find our edge, that place where we begin to feel the sensation, where we can find stillness. But we want our breath to be nice and natural, easy breathing. So if it's a little labored, you can back out a little, just sending the hips back, or if you're down lower, coming up a little higher. And if this is not serving you and you're feeling any pain, slowly back out. Make adjustments that you need. Take any posture that you need, even if it's just laying down or sitting. Anything that feels right for you today. Exhale, pressing through that right foot, sending the hips back, right toes pointed towards the front of the room, just a little half split here, releasing through the back of the leg. And we'll come back through tabletop, bringing the hands to the inside of the foot, walking that foot back. And from tabletop, we'll take a wide-legged child's pose, bringing the big toes together, knees towards the edges of the mat. You can have a bolster if you want to lay on a bolster. And walk the hips all the way back, sinking towards the heels. And then lengthening through the rib cage as you walk the hands out. And you can come to rest on that bolster or come all the way down to the mat. You can rest your forehead on the mat or on a block if that's better for you. And here, just opening the heart center towards the earth, releasing anything weighing heavy on your heart. And the forehead pressed towards the earth, maybe on the mat or on a bolster. Allow the forehead to soften, any worries to melt away. Bring the gaze towards the fingertips. Walk the hands back, slowly coming up. And pausing at the top. And then we'll come back through tabletop and move into the opposite side for that dragon lunge. So once you find your tabletop, stepping or walking that left foot forward, outside of the hands. And then once you're stable, pressing through that foot, coming all the way up. Check in with that knee and the hip. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lengthening, reaching. Interlace the fingers and bring them behind the left knee. Drop the shoulders down. Check in with your hips. See if they're kind of shifted. See if you can square them towards the front of the mat. Lengthen through the crown. Remember, you can tuck the back toes if needed. And then if you'd like to lower down to blocks or any other variation, you can. Hips sinking towards the earth. Shoulders move away from the ears. Lengthen back through the spine. Reaching the crown. Noticing the front side, the right hip, hip flexor, the left glute, or wherever you're feeling this. And coming back to the breath. Exhale, pressing back slowly into that half split. Left toes pointed towards the front of the mat. You're stretching through the back of the leg. And we'll come to a seated position. Just coming into Sukhasana, easy seated pose. The legs crossed. You can use your blocks here under the hips or under the knees if you'd like. And finding length in the spine, rooting down through the hips and the base of your spine and reaching through the crown. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears, maybe roll them back. Bringing the shoulder blades together, opening the heart space forward. Reconnect with the breath and your intention here. That one worry, or maybe there's more that you'd like to let go of. See if you can let the belly be soft here. On your next inhale, we'll sweep the arms up, lengthening. Exhale, left hand to the right knee, right hand towards the mat. Fingertips can touch if you'd like. Lengthening on the inhale through the crown. Exhale, maybe just thinking about deepening just a little more. Taking a couple of cleansing breaths here. In through the nose. Exhale, releasing any tension from the belly. Coming back to our affirmation for our practice. I am grounded, present, and free of worry. I am grounded, present, and free of worry. Let your exhale bring you back through center. We'll bring the legs out long, in a V shape, wherever that is for you. They can be closer in together or further out. We'll just find length again, reaching through the crown. Keeping the spine straight, we'll just walk the hands out until you begin to feel resistance. So this may be in the back of the legs, maybe in the lower back. Wherever you are, you can stay here or think about maybe rounding the spine and letting the head hang heavy, or letting the head come to rest on blocks if you'd like. And come to the breath. Maybe just envisioning here any of your worries from the week or worries about the day, just rolling off the shoulders, off the back, and into the earth with each exhale, letting go even just a little bit. As we let go of our worries, of the outside world, outside of our practice here in this time that we're sharing together, we find ourselves present with our body, present with our breath and our practice. Maybe we're able to just surrender, knowing that no matter how much we worry about these external circumstances, it's not going to change likely. So all we can do is really think about changing how we respond, how we navigate. Inhale, walking the hands back, slowly coming up, pausing at the top. And we'll take that seated twist on the opposite side. So coming back in to Sukhasana with support if needed. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up, lengthening. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand plants on the earth. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, deepen the twist, maybe just a little. Maybe bringing the gaze towards the left shoulder or wherever it's landing. Let your exhale bring you back through center. Begin to just let go of the practice, let go of anything that did or didn't happen as expected today. Take any gentle movement that feels nourishing to the body, maybe just stretching through the neck or the shoulders. And just notice if there's anywhere in your body that is still holding on to anxiety or worry. We'll bring a little self Reiki practice in, just rubbing the palms together to activate that energy. And then placing the hands wherever it's needed most, wherever you're called to place the hands, maybe on the heart space or on the belly or both. Maybe if the mind was kind of racing today and there's some monkey mind happening, placing the hands on the sides of the head. And then we'll just envision healing energy and warmth from the heart space. Just maybe like an emerald green light glowing at the heart center. And visualizing that light moving through the arms, into the hands, and into those spaces where it is needed most. Let that light soften the edges of your worry. Let the compassionate, warm, healing energies of Reiki move through this space. Bring the hands to the earth, to your sides or in front of you. Just grounding excess energy into the earth, releasing all of that worry. And the hands to heart center as we close our practice today. Finding a moment of gratitude for this time and this space that we have shared together. This time to start your day or your weekend with intention, to let go of the worry and find yourself anchored in the present moment, knowing at any time you can come to the breath, you can connect with the earth, and just be here. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. May you walk in loving kindness. May you share your unique gifts with the world. May you remember your true essence is love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.